Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Mitchell against Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's LeBron outside. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside, Green. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes it inside. And it's sent back by O'Neal. James with it. Chamberlain picks him up. James against Curry. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from LeBron. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Curry on the wing. From deep three-point land. And a check with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now here's Green. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Curry. Floats it up for Giannis. And stolen by Wembanyama. Here's LeBron. Guarded by Green. LeBron dishes to O'Neal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Will Chamberlain picks one up.
Over 7 feet. Big, quick, great hands. Shaq is a one-of-one type of player.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, last season Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. And now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Here's Curry, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Chamberlain. Good.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Now, here's Mitchell. LeBron outside. 51 seconds left now here in the second. And he can't bank that one in. Curry passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Curry. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. Giannis a screen on Mobley. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Giannis. High post Chamberlain. O'Neal's there. Chamberlain, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over James. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Now James shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Cavaliers ahead as they end the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at James, what a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
The Warriors trailing. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Draymond Green is out there with Chamberlain. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Curry. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the one spot. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. O'Neal outside. Mobley wide open. And Shaq with the slam.
And the strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Golden State's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Curry. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And 11 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Cavaliers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. O'Neal looking around. For three, Mitchell. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. Mitchell's got 5.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Chamberlain. They shoot again. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Gilgeous-Alexander against Mitchell. Cleveland moving it around. Fires the three. The Warriors pull it in.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Outside, Green. Pass to Curry. A three ball. Wow! Curry, automatic from deep.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 13.
This is what James does. Scores the ball and does it in so many different ways.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Shaq with the rebound. O'Neal's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's James. LeBron playing like a big man inside.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
Pass to Curry. Antetokounmpo against Wembanyama. Pocket 6. It counts. And the foul. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Man, defensively so tough to make a decision. What do you want to stop? You come off the pick, Giannis can pass, he can finish. It can really cause you to hesitate.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively. But how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
.132 left in the third quarter. Loads it up there for Mobley. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points in the game. Pass to Green. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And it's off from three-point range. Cleveland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. LeBron kicks to Mobley. For 3, Mitchell. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Green. to Curry. Takes a three. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
An offense unto himself. Steph Curry just warping the defense.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Warriors lead it.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Pass to O'Neal. Here's LeBron. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Oh, and that's a monster shot to close out the third. And the lead is theirs heading into the final quarter.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Cavaliers on top. They're up by 1. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. They've got Evan Mobley. James is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Shaq in at center. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Giannis against Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot. LeBron has doubled. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell.
So much talk about the work ethic of Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong defensive play that time.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Curry. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Chamberlain with a screen on James. Offensive rebound, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now here's James. Shaq passes to Mitchell. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. Mitchell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Antetokounmpo kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Green. It's to Curry. He's feeling it. And that one swishes right in. Curry's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here's O'Neal. Another shot. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see. And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Brent, when I think of those title teams of the Golden State Warriors, clearly you think of the Currys and Thompson, and maybe at the top of that list, the importance of Draymond Green.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, that the lean on for Golden State defensively and to be as good as they were on that end of the floor falls on the shoulders and the very capable ones of Draymond Green. I mean, he took on all challengers and elevated the confidence of players like Steph and Clay. So Draymond's defense, elite and leading to titles.
Now, here is O'Neal. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Shaq gets the ball there. It doesn't matter who's guarding.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Green. Pass to Curry to take the lead. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 5th assist in this one.
And I just love the calm confidence that Steph has in these kind of moments. Get the ball to him, he'll do it to you every time.
Now, here's Mitchell. Back to LeBron. The Warriors pull it in. Chamberlain got 9 rebounds now tonight.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander against O'Neal. Pass to Curry. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. No coverage that time.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Now here's James. Mobley is spin on Green. LeBron drives in. The inside shot. A nice shot by Mobley.
So good at reading the defenses and James anticipating when they overcommitted.
LeBron against Gilgeous-Alexander. Chamberlain is screen. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Chamberlain. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Shaq's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to James. Wembanyama high post. Mobley kicks to Mitchell. To the inside. Chamberlain with the block. Now the Warriors pushing it up. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Curry finds Gilgeous-Alexander. 50 seconds left in the game. From about 19 feet, it's rebounded by Cleveland.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket. The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Hey, they do have enough time here. If they shoot quickly to get the 2-for-1, we'll see if they try.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low, Green.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama, helping him knock away that one.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And he's able to get it back. Here's Antetokounmpo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, Giannis getting the defender to bite. That's a patient move, earning himself a trip to the line.
As he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the seconds. He's able to hit the second one, and that ties the game up.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Here's James. On the top of the key. Missed. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. They've got LeBron James. Mobley is out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Mitchell in at the shooting guard. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a lot of things well, and this time playing with some great offensive balance.
Shaq dishing to Mitchell. Pass to Wembanyama. 6 on the shot clock. O'Neal inside, guarded by Chamberlain. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. Curry kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Green. And here is Curry, covered by Mobley. Curry gets the bucket.
That's a high percentage shot from Steph Curry. Just put that on repeat.
James in the post, working on Green.
His second first team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, LeBron James, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Chamberlain, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
There's a great pace to Gilgeous-Alexander's game. The mid-range fits well.
A little over a minute and a half gone now here in overtime. LeBron passes to O'Neal and finished off by O'Neal.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And here is Curry. And he's going up for the alley-oop and stolen by LeBron. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best. Let's hear it for you.
Gilgeous-Alexander against James. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Chamberlain.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Mitchell finds James. To tie it up. A rebound by Wilt Chamberlain. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
You know, every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Gotta stay on your feet if you're on D. Once Shaq has you in the air, forget about it.
Shaquille O'Neal taking 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within 2 here. Here's Curry. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And he commits the intentional foul.
LeBron James, his second team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Gilgeous-Alexander, 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. And both at the line. It's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're behind by 4. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
From deep, LeBron. And another miss by Cleveland. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Alexander, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Back to James. Here's the 3. Pulls up on the wing. It's in!
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, one of the cliches of basketball is that the ball finds energy. When teammates are making shots, does that give you more energy?
Oh, yeah, it does. You know, when we're in the flow, the ball's just moving around. It allows me to play make, and then I just try to find an open gap and take the shots where they are.
Man, it was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And now, our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. And what a fantastic game we have in store for us tonight, Stan.
Brian, you can't ask for a more intriguing matchup. Top teams, top players. If you're a fan of the NBA, this is as good as it gets.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Ben Simmons is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's O'Neal in at the 5.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Outside for Davis. O'Neal inside. Wembanyama on him. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility and the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Tipped. Stolen by Davis. Leonard looking around. Shot from 16. Off the left rim and out. About a minute into this first quarter, Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
To no one's surprise, their focus defensively is on containing Kawhi Leonard. Coach said Kawhi is a terrific decision maker and always manages to play the game at his pace. So we need to get into him, apply some pressure, and try to make him uncomfortable. History shows that will not be an easy task, B.A.
Allie, thank you. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now, here is James.
They're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
Gilgeous-Alexander against James. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Leonard. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And slam dunk by James.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Edwards against Simmons. Outside O'Neal. Leonard outside. Outside Davis. The 3. And they'll get another chance. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Davis, the pass to O'Neal. Back to Davis. 5 on the clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And the more Davis has added muscle during his career, it really has helped him on the offensive end. It forces defenses to foul him.
Shoot 2.
And he drops the first. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit. But size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
He does not get the second one. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Edwards looking it over. Back to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo is doubled. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Davis. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Not even fair. I mean, just shredding the D to pieces. Guarding James and pick and rolls is almost impossible given his basketball IQ.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Clippers trail by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to O'Neal. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
Now here's O'Neal. 1:05 left now in the first quarter. Screen by O'Neal. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah, the playmaking skills of Simmons are elite. The pass-first attitude he brings is what helps tie the team together.
Outside Edwards. Back to James. Edwards against Gilgeous-Alexander.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Minnesota shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
At the line for Minnesota, Victor Wembanyama. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Harden, he's checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Outside O'Neal. 26 seconds left in the opening quarter. Harden misses. Minnesota leading by 5. Pass to James. And he lobs it up top. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, we've got Ben Simmons. Anthony Davis is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's O'Neal in at the 5. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No points yet. To the middle. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Antetokounmpo finds Edwards. Three-pointer. Edwards on target.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. James against Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his first points of the night. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Leonard. Nice balance from Kawhi Leonard there.
Showing off a little muscle on that finish. Kawhi might look calm, but his game is loud.
Antetokounmpo, pass to Wembanyama. Here's James. Yes, and it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Wembanyama's got 3 assists tonight. Outside Simmons to the paint. Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to James. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Leonard. Throws it up high. Stolen by Davis. And they're on the break. On up the court. He goes up. Gilgeous-Alexander punches it home.
If they keep finding steals like that, they won't be in the hole much longer.
Minnesota leading by 4. Now Antetokounmpo, outside Edwards, puts up a deep 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
Free throw, no good. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one, too, assuming his countryman, Victor Wembanyama, doesn't start taking the reins. Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Pass to Leonard. 1:16 left in the first half. Davis with a screen on Edwards. 4 on the clock. Easy 2 for AD.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And Chris Finch has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. .58 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Edwards finds Gobert. It's blocked. Out to James. Antetokounmpo surveys. Clock at 4. Over Simmons. And it falls all over the rim and in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
Yeah, the mid-range is not a go-to for Giannis, but he's always looking to expand his game.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to O'Neal. James with a steal. Antetokounmpo can't connect. The Clippers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. And down it goes. 2 points. O'Neal's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Antetokounmpo against Simmons. Picked by Gobert. Pass to James. Good work defensively by Leonard. And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You got to like what we're seeing from LeBron James.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Timberwolves shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. James is out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Edwards in at the shooting guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Davis, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot. I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
knocks down the first one.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. And here are the Clippers now, trailing by 2. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Just 4 to shoot. No problems knocking that one down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
And such a clever player in pick and rolls. Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
James outside. And stolen by Leonard. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Give him 8. Shot clock at 5. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
At the line for Minnesota, Giannis Antetokounmpo, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And no luck that time either. And so Davis will bring it up for the Clippers.
Well, Simmons' size and strength make him a tough cover inside. The defense gets sloppy, and of course they foul him.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
2 shots.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Well, a miss is unfortunate, but he still manages to put them ahead. Barely.
Edwards against Gilgeous-Alexander. James inside. Give him 8 points now. Good D by Simmons. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Leonard passes to Simmons. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Check by James. Here's O'Neal. And he goes in for the dunk.
putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
James inside. Leonard defending. There's the strength of the king.
And that's where LeBron loves to operate. Close to the bucket, in the high percentage area.
Outside O'Neal. Pass to Davis. Davis on the take, and he gets it to go. Davis has got his third basket on the night right there.
The amazing thing about AD, you don't have to create for him. He's a big man who can create for himself.
Edwards. With it. Leonard against James. 6 to shoot. Here's the floater. It counts, and the foul. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, the assertive approach from LeBron is really paying off in this one. He is driving this offense.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Gilgeous Alexander against James. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo striding up court on the break.
The long strides of Giannis help him get down the court fast. A lethal player in transition.
Gobert against Davis. Outside O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And also, guys, great job hitting their free throws tonight, too. Taking advantage of those freebies makes a huge difference.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Shot is good by Edwards.
And sometimes Edwards makes defenses feel helpless. Tough shot there.
Pass to Leonard. Launches it. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Edwards. Out to the wing. Here's Wembanyama. Rebound by Ben Simmons. Simmons has got 5 rebounds tonight. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense right on him. 4 on the clock. Over Edwards. Offensive board. O'Neal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. O'Neal's got 12 points in the game.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. We'll get right back to the action when we return. I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Ben Simmons, and it's O'Neal in at the 5, down low. Leonard for 3, and that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
To the inside. The strong finish by Giannis.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Outside O'Neal. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. James with a steal. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Left side, Edwards. Back to James. Takes one from 10 feet. The rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Clippers in the lead. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. They double him with Wembanyama. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander over Edwards. Not enough on that one as it misses. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. Pass to Wembanyama. The kick out to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. And he lobs it up.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. James outside. Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Gobert. Now Antetokounmpo. Gobert with a screen on Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the LA Clippers. They lead by 1. Outside O'Neal. Second shot opportunity, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And following that, the number of second chance buckets they've tallied has been superb, showing no mercy in hitting the offensive glass.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. James against Leonard. James double team.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
At the line for LeBron James. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second. Los Angeles leading by 3. It's Davis with the drive. Pass to Leonard. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
Now, here is James. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. LeBron going downhill. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
Oh, easy to see why LeBron has the ball in these moments. He's dependable at coming through for his team.
James against Gilgeous-Alexander. They double him with Wembanyama. O'Neal passes to Leonard. And it's Simmons with the jam.
watch out below. The flying Australian, Ben Simmons, cleared for takeoff.
James against Leonard. James double teams. Pass to Gobert. Inside. Stolen by Davis. To the middle. Here's Simmons. And slam dunk by Simmons.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following the score by the Clippers. Antetokounmpo. Ben Simmons grabs the board. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock. Don't turn it over.
Now here's O'Neal. Outside Davis. Clock at 6. O'Neal inside. Wembanyama on it. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Davis from long range.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Who else but LeBron could pull that off? Keeping his cool and delivering in the clutch.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
This is their chance to stretch the lead, Graham.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake.
Third team foul. At the line for the Clippers, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. Timeout called, the Timberwolves. They're trailing by 8. All right, guys, what's your take?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And Minnesota has possession. Trailing by 8, and there's James from the arc. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Simmons with it. So it's lost Los Angeles picking up the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Kawhi, you seem to pick it up offensively down the stretch. What changed for you?
I just started to knock down shots, got my rhythm going, my teammates found me, and just kept going from there.
It helps when the shots actually go in. Shooters got to keep shooting. Thanks, Kawhi.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.